So one day after class, my best friend and I were riding around. He looked at me and he said, "You're one of those type of people that strangers just say things to, things that they wouldn't tell their closest friends." I had no idea what he was talking about, but as we walked into a fast food restaurant, the lady behind the counter said, "Hey, how are you? Do you know what you want to order?" I said, "I'm doing really good. It's a beautiful day. Nothing could be better. How are you?" She looked at me right in the eye and she said, "I've had diarrhea for 3 days straight." So as we were driving to the next restaurant, I decided that I was going to make a point of remembering people and their stories. And that's how, even to this day, I remember people. I have a hard time with names, but I can always remember stories. Growing up on the Outer Banks, I used to surf a lot, and I have a lot of friends who snowboard and skate. More recently, I've gotten into the climbing community, and I have a lot of friends who mountain bike and kayak. And one of the most interesting things to me is all of these individual action sports have this concept of finding your line, finding this way through the wave, down the river, or up the mountain that makes it your own. It has this understanding that you can't change the way that the wave moves. You can't change the shape of the mountain. You can't affect how the river flows. But you can put yourself in the position that you want to be in while you're there. And all of the happiest people that I've met in these sports have let that concept infect their life and infect what they do. And they've really redefined their definition of success. They don't buy into the norm of trying to save as much money as they can, or get the biggest house, or have the fastest car. They just want to do what they love. All of the happiest people that I've met across the board have this concept of finding their own way and not fully embracing what other people tell them, because that is the other person's definition of success. So in climbing, there's something that's called beta. It's how an individual does a move. And in the community, you'll see people share and say, "This is how I did it." But the person who's struggling with it takes that and makes it their own, and that's how they succeed. So the one thing that I would impress on others, young people and old people, and from every walk of life, is that you need to redefine your definition of success. You need to find your passion, you need to find your dream, and you need to find your line. Thank you.